later.
I got a message for the black man. I'm a nurse assistant at a hospital. I work on the stroke floor. And I can't help but notice there's a lot of black men up there, nice looking, good job having, all kind of stuff, good looking men. And a lot of them have a stroke and can't move their left or right side and end up, I ask them, where's your wife? You know, and most of them say, hey, I was a player, you know, I didn't never, you know, want to get locked down to anybody, you know, and they're sitting up there in their 40s, 50s, and ain't even got no wife. They depending on a stranger to wipe their ass and get them up in the chair, and then they're gonna go to a nursing home, don't have nobody to take care of them, come visit them or nothing. What I'm saying is, black men need to wise up. You got a woman that love you, that's loyal to you, that take care of you, that got your back. Marry that woman. Everyone, I got a message for the black man.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of Big Bro, Little Bro. I'm your host, comedian Lonnie.
Badass Flash.
Well, we got another video. Another video that, boy, it's so easy for them to say what we need to do, boy. It's so easy for them to say what we need to do. And that's also her assuming that those options are out there available to men. Like, she was like, y'all need to wise up, as if we just out here being careless. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are men who are careless. But let me introduce the topic to y'all today. Why buy the cow? Why buy the cow? And it's going to make a whole lot of people mad today. You know, because this go along with one of them questions of what do you bring to the table? It's like one of those that like trigger. The trigger words. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We are here to, you know.
Why buy the cow? So basically, I asked Lonnie, I've been doing some research. Mm-hmm. So when we talked about the topic, I told you to watch the show. Did you watch the show?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's been so much in the news, in the social media world news about black men. You know what I'm saying? You know, last week we did the episode. It kind of hurt people's feelings. Mm-hmm. So this week,
yeah, we making progress. We hurt the feelings. That's how I look at it.
So
y'all ain't always gonna like this.
So this week, when I thought about this, it's like, hey,
it's me. That's my fault.
Hey, it rings. So this week we kind of thought like, why dudes want to get married, and if we are getting married, what are we getting out of it? Mm-hmm. So it goes to show we watched Marriage in Huntsville, the last episode.
And that was the one that they was about to go to the couples trip, right? The couples retreat or whatever they call it.
So you see the first couple, Tiffany and Lou, and he was talking about, I ain't getting enough intimacy. I ain't getting enough time from you. Uh-huh. It ain't just sex. I ain't getting enough time from you. Mm-hmm. But if you watch the show, she want to be a career woman and everything else. Mm-hmm. They got 2 kids already, because she's been divorced. He's been divorced.
And she want a third.
And she wants a third.
And he want more time.
But he want more time. So how you gonna have? How you in your 40s? Tomorrow I want more time. I mean, how you in your 40s? Tomorrow you want another baby? But your husband ain't getting enough time because he already knows it's getting ready to happen. Mm-hmm. You about to dump that in his lap.
Yep.
But he ain't getting enough time.
Yep. Or the baby gonna get the time that he requesting.
Yes. So something that's gonna take from his time. Mm-hmm. That goes back to an episode we had coming in last. Mm-hmm. Some people gonna say this guy is selfish because he wants time from his wife. First synopsis. Second synopsis,
and they gonna say he intimidated by her career.
Yeah. Then the second synopsis, it was Maurice and Kimmy. Mm-hmm. You see, Kimmy made it seem like having sex was a job. Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, I'll do this if I get more.
Mm-hmm. He'll go on a trip.
Yeah. And she was like, why? So basically, he said,
even try to strike a deal with her.
Yeah. I'll compromise for you doing something I don't want to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you should want to do that with me. I'm married. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm not even going to get to the other couple. That right there is basically saying, why would I buy the cow? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I ain't getting nothing out of it.
Mm-hmm. You ain't getting what you want out
I'm
of it.
not getting what I want out of it. I might as well stay single and quote unquote, people say have casual partners or a friend or just date. You know what I'm saying? Because what she said was, like I said last week, so many people, so many women want our resources. That's what comes along with being a husband. Being a husband is you belong to someone.
Yep.
That's your resources. But women say, well, this don't belong to you. And if me having sex with you is like a chore. You know what I mean? So many women act like that. That ain't just isolated. You see that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
And when I was watching the show, the first thing that stuck out in my mind was how they depicted the marriage. But also, if you remember, all of them men walked in the room and all the women was packing. And they was like, where you going? One of them was like, where you going? One of them was like, where we going? And it was just like, oh, we going to this retreat. It was like never a conversation of like, hey, and this is a little off topic. This is something I noticed. Like, hey, like what you think about us going to this thing? It was always like the woman just made the decision, the executive decision, as opposed to it being like this, I got to say so. And then basically the women convincing them and the dudes trying to get something out of it because none of them really wanted to go. They wanted what they wanted.
Well, if you're going to convince me to do something, like the old saying is, why would I buy the cow and get the milk for free? So if I'm going to buy this cow, what am I getting out of it? What am I getting solely for me? Because once again, you told me my resources belong to you. So you don't want me having intercourse with nobody else. So that belongs to you too. So what belongs to me besides these bills? Because once again, you hear women say stuff like, what they say? I don't do roommates.
Yeah.
I don't pay no bills if I got a husband.
But I think that come from that whole notion of women thinking that they the prize.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you get me, like, but you don't actually get you in the sense that
I get you when you feel like giving me. Because I can't feel like coming home. Because if I don't come home, that's a problem. Which I'm not telling you not to come home because you're supposed to come home. Men are taught to do your job. Don't worry about the mule going blind. Just hold the line. Then the young lady in that segment, you know, I hear it often. Most men die alone. We know that we're gonna die alone. Kevin Samuels already said it, but now women are dying alone. You feel what I'm saying? Anybody would just out here just want to be a player, and if you got a good girl who love you, okay, there's nothing wrong with loving me. I want someone to love me, but what comes with your love? Same way what comes with my love. That's like say I love you, but I'm a cheater, quote unquote. You know what I mean? So you ain't gonna deal with it. But I love you to pay these bills. That's why y'all upset. You know what I'm saying about guys. So what comes with your love? If you come with outside kids, I got to feed them kids. I got to go through all the stuff.
It's all my responsibility.
These are all my responsibilities. Is your love enough for me to carry those responsibilities? And vice versa. So what am I getting out of it? Just like, you know, I've had a conversation with a couple of my friends, you know, they were saying the young lady from Slutty Vegan is getting married to her child's father. She's pregnant with another child. And everybody was clapping. They got multi-businesses together. They been on the cover of Essence magazine. Baby one here, the other baby on the way. They dealing with multi-million-dollar entities. They supposed to been married. It's like they did. The marriage came last. But everybody applying the marriage coming last.
Yeah. Do you think it's because of like how marriage is depicted to us men? Do you think that's why it can come last, or do you think it's
well, if you're in a relationship with a woman who's you guys are kind of coming together, and her motive is to be married. You know what I'm saying? And she has a timeline herself. She walks in the door and say, "Hey, I want to be married in the next 2 years." You know what I mean? And if you're the marrying type man, there's no problem with that. The problem is you do everything first.
Yeah, everything else.
Yes.
Yep.
That comes along with being married.
Yeah.
The resources we share come along with being married.
And that's my thing for even people who got businesses together and all this other stuff. I'll be like, y'all be afraid of marriage and to sign this document as if y'all ain't got all of this stuff that's tied together to y'all anyway. Like y'all, like, and to your point, we do everything else besides.
But even still, back to our old point, they have a kid before they get married.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got to spend the rest of my life with this nigga because we got a baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to spend the rest of my life with this nigga to get his last name.
That's where y'all caught fire, or I caught fire from everybody saying that women cherish being a baby mother over being a wife.
Then you see the thing going on now since the Roe versus Wade situation. A lot of the question has been, oh, why are the homes so divided? Why is no fathers in the home?
Mm-hmm.
They say, oh, because the guys leave their home. So I went to Black Demographic.
Pull them up.
.com.
Got some statistics for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I got some statistics.
For y'all who like the hard numbers.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Let's go. Let's find the good statistic. Okay. We're gonna go here. BlackDemographics.com. This right here is 15 and older. This is the Census Bureau of 2018. The new one hasn't came yet, so
okay,
bear with us. They said divorced black men are 10%. All men, 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Widowed or separated, 3%, 3%. All men are 3%, 2%.
Mm-hmm.
Currently married black men is 33%. Currently married men is 49%. Never been married black men, 52%.
Mm-hmm.
Never been married all men, 37%.
Mm-hmm. Screenshot that. Just and then I'm gonna put this up for y'all so y'all can see it along with us as we read some of these off.
Yeah. So black marriage. They say here, 2017, amongst non-Hispanic African Americans age 15 and up. Who black man married? 85% of black men have a black wife.
Mm-hmm. But let y'all tell it on the internet. We choosing. Mm-hmm. We choosing Esmeralda. We choosing Becky, Marisol, and all of them. Mm-hmm. Let y'all tell it.
They say black men are more likely to be married than white men until 1960. And then there was the dip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It says here, African Americans age 35 and older are more likely to be married than whites from 1890 until somewhere around 1960s. We talked about that, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
You talked about that, didn't we? Okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same thing. But in 1980, the number of never been married African Americans began to staggering to climb from 10% to more than 25% by 2010. So it ain't fact that guys really don't want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? See, because here I like looking at this because it shows you, like, if you look at the demographics, black men actually do want to be married.
Mm-hmm. And
like how they tell you all black men want something exotic. If only 33% are currently married, but 85 of that percent are married to black women.
And you know what? I'm starting to see the videos now coming out of women saying they don't want to be married.
Yeah. But you know what? Because let's go to some more facts. You know, I used to sit in the desk one time.
Mm-hmm. Break it down for them.
Well, let's see here. Let's households. Let's look at households. Income. So they say the median. This is once again. They say the median income of black families of a black household is $43,000. The median household for others of all, like outside of being black, is $65,000. So basically, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but basically what it's saying is we're better coming together than to be apart. But,
We ain't got no choice.
But the thing is, remember the episode we had called "Which Bring to the Table"? Now this is the negotiation. Like I said before, the table is the negotiation. Like I'm not getting married if I can't hunch when I want to. I know you got your other stuff going on. If you ain't if we in that kitchen, and you in the kitchen, I'm going. If you ain't pulled over and touch, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be married. That's why guys don't want to be married. It ain't because the guys don't want to split their resources. The guys don't have no problem splitting their resources.
I think that's ingrained in us to split our resources regardless, because we always want to provide. We want to take care of.
Yeah.
We want to. So I don't even think that's it. Do you think it's how just marriage is depicted to?
Well,
I want to say black men and women in general.
because the problem is going back to the episode of the TV show. How she talked about it was like it was a chore.
Yeah.
To get him some. Well, if you don't want to give him some, you should be like, look, you can go do stuff for other people when I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the days, that's why you had concubines. But I'm not telling you that it's all about sex.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the top 3 reasons for divorce, though.
Yeah.
That's the top 3 reasons. And I just, because when I hear even women talk about like marriage, it like some of it comes, there's a few situations where it comes from like women who have seen their mom and like, or grandmother suffer, or quote unquote, or so they would say. But it always comes from this negative place of like, oh, well, my dad put my mom through so much hurt and I don't want to go through that and I don't want to do with that. But I just be like, okay, that's understandable. Let's just say that we go ahead and we recognize that. We recognize that your daddy and put your mama through a whole lot of hurt, right?
Yeah.
But then we be creating situations that be more hurt. Or just recreating the other situations. So like having kids out of wedlock, living with one another. All this other stuff that we be doing, everything else but getting married. And then you remember when it was a whole stint when everybody was like, "Oh, I don't want the government getting in between me." What the government got to do with marriage?
Yeah.
You know, that was a whole thing, and then that was the excuse. But I'm like, y'all suffering, y'all know y'all suffering, and I think it's on us to like. You got to find somebody that we don't take the time to find nobody that we compatible with ever. I think we just go with what feel good. In the moment, and then we get ourselves in these situations. Like we don't never ask the tough questions. We don't never do none of that stuff, which is the crazy part to me. And so then I know you kind of talked about your hesitation with marriage, and we can go into that a little more because that's one of the points I got. But I think my biggest hesitation with marriage is if there is a hesitation, like I want to be married and I want to get married, I'm going to get married. But is like that trust and leadership and like the cooperation. I think that's the biggest thing for me outside of like sex and all that other stuff. It's the cooperation, because when you marry, you join in families. So whatever happened in your family
happened in my family.
Yeah, like, so if your parent, if God forbid something happened to either one of your parents and now they got to come live with us, like that now becomes my responsibility. And it's like, if we can't work together when times is hard on anything, and I'm talking about anything, whether it's whatever it may be, from sex to love to family, whatever it is, if we can't work together, what we gonna do when all this stuff happens? So if we can't cooperate, if we can't communicate, if I can't convey my point to you, if we can't get no understanding, that's my biggest thing. If we can't get no understanding, if I gotta constantly fight I'm trying to fight you on explaining why I want what I want, or what I'm asking for what I want, or why I'm thinking. Like, if we got to do that, we doomed. Instead of like, I can't. That's the biggest thing that I've always seen in all of my relationships. It's always been my fight for understanding of me, of just explaining. Like, it'd be real easy for women to be saying all of this and like, well, why can't you just do this? Why can't you just do this? That same. I'd be like, every time I've gotten into an argument, I'd be like, listen to yourself. Listen to what you are saying. You want me to do X, Y, and Z, but when I ask you to do it, it's different.
Yeah.
It's always different. It's always, and that's just be killing me. I'd be like, it's always different when it come to me. But when it come to you, it's just.
I'm supposed to.
That's how it is.
Well, I don't know, man. It's like, in one hand, you see women talking about they city girls and they want to be Carisha and they want to do whatever they want to do.
Man, girls ain't willing to hold up no damn sign unless it come with 200. You seen all the posts of everybody talking about, go girl.
Yeah.
250, like.
Come with $1 billion.
So what y'all saying is it's a price on it then.
It's always been a price.
But as soon as you ask,
because that's why when you meet women, they say stuff like, "Well, I just want a genuine guy." So why the guy at McDonald's want to holler at you? You don't like him, or the guy frying chicken at Popeyes, you don't want him
because that's different.
Because that's different. They say it's not about the money, but when you got to pay for something, it is about the money. Then if they date a guy who got too much money, he think he all that because of his money. But the only reason you talk to him is because of his money. I think he's a genuine person. You wouldn't even notice them if, because it's more guys like that. If all your guys you ever talk to got a certain tax bracket, that's who you talk to. And you talk to them because they got some money. So, so that's the thing about getting, like my reservation about being married again, it's like I get beat over the head all the time. I never once say I don't want to fall in love. I never once say I don't want to be in a relationship. But you're going to have to make me an offer I can't refuse. You being with you has to be serenity. So peaceful.
Yeah.
I'm talking about peaceful. I'm talking about something. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm peace. It's hard as you get older because everybody come with a mess.
You think you ever had that or experienced that, like a woman that was that serenity?
No, it always, like, I'm a very structured person. Like, I was going to the military. That was my track before school. It was military. So I structured. My mother always taught me structure. I wake up at the same time every day. I make my room up, clean my room up, do everything the same way, same way I try to teach. Like, structure. So when I meet a woman, I like a woman who has structure too. I don't like women who don't have no structure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like the women who don't have no structure. I don't like women who, because my mind can't.
It's a lot. That chaos.
So guess what though? So I can love you like that, but I can't add that to what I got going to my serenity. Because I spend the whole time teaching. And it's hard to break old habits when you meet women. You know what I'm saying? Like, perfect example. I don't like women on social media. The reason why I don't like women on social media is because social media makes you feel like you're supposed to be doing what they're doing.
Instagram got your bitch.
All of that. Instagram got your bitch. You know what I'm saying? Facebook got your bitch. You feel like you're compelled to put up a meme. You're compelled to be.
You competing.
You're competing, and the thing is, and when you're not getting the views you want, now it's like, oh, these niggas checking for me. Of course, you just put meat up. Steak eaters gonna be like, oh, I want some meat. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. Another thing is, like, I don't tell my business on social media. So I don't want you with me telling my business.
Yeah.
I don't tell my own business. So that goes back to buying the cow. What am I getting? I don't want nobody who
You getting a cow with mad cow disease?
like this. I don't want nobody who everywhere. You gotta be centered. And then every time something go crazy, oh, I need to get back 4. Like, yo.
Do you think that like because you are the calm that you attract the storm?
Well,
or the storm is attracted to you? Do you think?
But they don't. People don't realize if I storm, it's gonna be a tsunami. Like he told you, if I storm, everything gonna go to flames. So my best is I try to keep being Banner instead of being the Hulk.
Yeah. And I only say that because I've noticed that about myself. Even like a lot of the women that I've engaged with, they have been chaos in some form.
But no, though. But unfortunately, so many of them are chaotic, and they'll tell you, "Oh man, these brothers, these niggas be all over the place." No, guys who kind of got their own thing moving, just like Justin came and got his haircut. He said, "Man, you know, I told a girl, you know, I told her when we had the conversation, I told her what we talked about, not what we talked about, but how you." And he was like, and she looked at me like, "Oh, so that means you just want other women?" Just say, "Man, I barely want you." It ain't about them. It's about me.
Bruh.
I can't be the head of something worried about you. And that's why guys are very mindful of what they pay for. Or you end up paying for it. Dumb entendre. You end up paying for it because you're not mindful of what you're paying for.
Yep. Oh, it'll cost you.
Because you're not minding what you praying for. Or some people, like I said before, you're not minding what somebody's praying on you. Because women always talk about the safe space being vulnerable. A lot of them just use it just to go against your vulnerabilities,
But
and to have a hold on you.
use it against you.
Yeah, and make you feel like, oh, you should be happy I'm here because the last girl did this, or the last guy did this.
I said that to a girl verbatim. I was like, it's always dangerous bringing up your past of any sort. And I remember you telling me this, bringing up your past of any sort in a present situation because it will always come back in some form. Oh, well, you did. You'd be like, first off, you wasn't even there. You only privy to this information because I gave it to you. So don't try to use it in your defense case now, because you're trying to prove a point when it come to you. And I've been just seeing that, like, I hate to even say this, but like I've been seeing that a lot of it appears that a lot more women are selfish when it comes to the needs of. They always put like their needs weighs more than the guys. The guy always has to squander his.
You know though, because women are gonna put themselves first. The problem with men is we don't put ourselves first because we don't take the time to understand each other, know ourselves, and we don't even commune around men properly. We don't even commune around guys who are like-minded guys. Like I talk about like-minded daters. You gotta be around like-minded guys too, because those guys are pouring into you.
It's your diet, all that stuff. The people you hang around, all of that stuff. If you hanging around millionaires, I mean, eventually you gonna get some money.
Somebody gonna tap you on the shoulder.
Got to. Why do you think that women make marriage sound so easy? Anytime that like there's this talk, like in the video, it's always this like y'all need to go. You just do.
Yeah, like, because you know though, because your job is to find a wife and take care of her. Like I told you before, like I've told you for this 64, 65 episodes. Like I told you before, no one ever taught you what you deserve out of it. You don't even know what you're supposed to get out of it. Like what I'm supposed to get out of this? I don't know.
But took me forever.
Hey, I guess because she twice a week good with me because she giving it to me. I should be happy, be like this. But in your mind, you was single. You getting twice a day.
You had better odds on your own.
Then you save more money.
Yeah. I don't like how people just like
if when you look at these demographics, the median, Like I looked at these demographics. We can post them up.
I'll put it in the link.
Not
in the,
really
in the
kind of go
description.
into it. Like yo, we ain't making no money out here. Then I broke this thing down the other day. Mm-hmm. I said you spend $1,500 on your rent. Mm-hmm. That's lightweight. That's $18,000. Mm-hmm. Know what I'm saying? Don't have no child support. You paying $600 a month.
Easy.
So now you $25,000. You know what I'm saying? You almost at that 40-some thousand.
Shit, that's half of it right there.
But here's the crazy thing. And then it kind of broke it down. You almost got like $400 a month to yourself. Mm-hmm. And somebody got the audacity to tell us when we going out.
You to death.
Date you to death. But that's why you supposed to have a woman who's a like-minded woman. So her 400 and your 400 become 800. And your 15,000 100 that you spend on your rent. Because think about it, if you paying all the XYZ, hers is to do everything. My motto about life is this: I think and I believe in marriage. Am I married now? No, I'm divorced. Do I wish to get married again? Once again, make me an offer.
Mm-hmm. It has to be beneficial.
Has to be
for both parties.
To see the benefits
for both
parties. Because I'm gonna go hard. Mm-hmm. I got to see the benefits. I don't want to deal with your mess. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't want to deal with your insecurities. Mm-hmm. Fix them. Then find me. Mm-hmm. My job is not to beat up your insecurities.
Yeah, I'm supposed to provide your happiness.
I ain't got time for you to be calling me every day. What you doing? Where you at? What you doing? All day at work. I mean, I'm working. I see when I get home. What's up, Nathan? You get home, you ain't got nothing to talk about. You don't talk to me all day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just like I like that thing you had put up. You said, I want me a man who, she say, I got it.
Oh yeah.
He get the same thing that the dude who didn't have it got it. Yep. That's what we getting. In all honesty, that's it.
And you know what? This is the only thing that is put in perspective, the women's side of this, because I was watching Cardi B podcast with Angela Yee, and they were saying, like, they were talking about broke dudes. And Cardi was like, she had dated a broke nigga, and she was like, never again. But it took her dating a broke ass nigga to know that she ain't want to never date a broke ass nigga again. That's the woman logic side of like that whole thing of like.
But what's a broke ass nigga? A nigga who can't afford you? Or a nigga who can't afford his own self. So the problem is, if he can't afford his own self, you shouldn't be talking to him anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't need a woman with a big bag. I just need a woman who can maintain her own. Mm-hmm. I can maintain, she can maintain. We come together, we maintain together. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at life now. I'm looking at life now like having all the big boy cars and 5 Bentleys, and that's cute. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need generational wealth. That's cute too. Because the problem is, black people, you give your kids generational wealth, the kids don't even want to go to work. Mm-hmm. Like, let's be honest. Oh, my son gonna work for my company. No, your son don't. Your daughter don't. Mm-hmm. Your daughter may work, but honestly, half the kids ain't even gonna go to work for real.
But it's a different time for sure, even now.
You know what I'm saying? So what's broke? Like, I'm trying to look at my life for the next 10 years. Mm-hmm. What's next? And who can come along and complement those next 10 years? Mm-hmm.
I'll be thinking about all kind of scenarios. I'll be thinking like, what if, God forbid, obviously something happened to me and I can no longer work. I can no longer provide. Is my wife gonna have the know-how to get out here and make some shit happen?
See, once upon a time, when I was back in the days, like a person like myself who's an entrepreneur, you would have given a woman who, quote unquote, a square, who got a square job, good credit, and XYZ. Mm-hmm. So all the money flowed through her. So the house and everything flowed through her, and that was cool. Mm-hmm. See, but now, if you get a woman and you do that now, she'll tell you ain't got nothing going on. Because you got a good credit. So we're going to help you. We're gonna help you get the 800. So we go get in the house we want. We get in the car we want. We married, so everything ours. But now women look down on that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Boy, you supposed to have your own first. It's a little harder for me to get it, but it's easy for you to get because you got that paperwork behind you. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You got a different, yeah. Oh, what, that housing shit?
Bruh, you got paperwork behind you, so it's so easy to get something.
It's way different when you had, like, I would say to anybody, like, if you got somebody that got a consistent job, because they want W-2s, they want taxes from the last 2 years, they want to see your Venmo, they want to see all of this stuff. Mm-hmm. It ain't easy getting it ain't easy getting nothing of value or of substance.
But they made it like that because, quote unquote, they're telling all these people now that you ain't nothing if you got a real job. Mm-hmm. That's why people don't want to work a real job no more. Mm-hmm. They telling you ain't nothing if you work at doctor's office. Get your own, be your own. Mm-hmm. You gotta have that paperwork behind you, dude.
Yeah,
to keep it right.
Yeah, we in that entrepreneur. That entrepreneur shit is like promoted heavily in the culture now, and I hate that shit. I hate it.
And I tell people like this: been entrepreneur for 16, 17 years. Get you 17 years of not getting no paycheck and see what happens. A lot of niggas done tapped out.
We see We see how many businesses they start here. Next month they got something else. Now they making T-shirts.
A lot of people don't tapped out because because they ain't focused on the big picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It just be crazy to me. One of my questions was, why are men really dying alone? But it's so funny to me that men, they both dying alone.
We all dying alone.
We can't seem to just be like, put this shit to the side. Like the space in this gender war space is growing increasingly.
Yes,
increasingly, and I'm like,
yeah, but the thing is, they want us fighting. Mm-hmm. They want us blaming. Like, not once in this podcast did we ever blame a woman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. So what would you? What would you say is your biggest thing you would tell a young brother watching this who considering buying a cow or not?
Man, she gotta be like-minded. If what you like, if she doesn't do what you like, and she knows what you like, let me tell you why. Because you ain't got time to be working your ass off trying to be in your purpose. Then come home and try to convince something that belongs to you where they should be. Mm-hmm. And women too. If you know this dude can't function or he ain't even trying to function, why are you even talking to him? Mm-hmm. You talk to him just for you to go back to tell your friends how broke he is.
Yep. What I would say to dudes, take your time. Don't allow a woman to rush you. Yeah. A lot of times, every time I've gotten with a woman, it's been on her time. It's always been, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. How fast is this? It's always that. So you feel this pressure to make a move or you gonna lose them. Mm-hmm. Man, take your time. Meaning, like, I ain't saying take years now. I ain't saying going crazy about it, but I'm saying, like,
take time and space.
Just because in 3 months everything all chill, my boy.
Yeah, because 3 months can be somewhere, a year can be something like this. But I done seen brothers that been with somebody for 5 years. Then that
the 6th, the switch up.
Oh, and you know what though? It don't be a switch up. Now it's like this. Now I ain't gotta do all that no more.
I got what I was after, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Sit back and coast.
I got the clout. And women's like, oh, I ain't getting married, just get married. They do it every time. They do it every day, B. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I got so many girls I went to high school with. They all married old niggas.
Oh, word?
Old niggas.
Like what you talking about? Like
old niggas. Like, niggas, these they in their mid-40s. They with niggas in their mid-50s.
Why you think that is?
Oh, shit, because they ain't really got to do much with him. He's settled. He ain't got to do much. They ain't got to do nothing. For real. And but it be the ones who never had no footing, for real.
You saying the guys or the girls?
It's a guy. It's the girls.
The girls don't have that footing. You saying
they footing for real? It be the one. They had all these different relationships and all the other stuff going on. And they meet the old nigga. And he just wants something pretty a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Something to take care of. Something.
You ain't got to do much with him. You know what I'm saying? They like them.
Yeah, yeah, and by no means like a relationship it's hard work regardless.
Sure no
Like,
feel.
it's hard work regardless. Like,
But you better pick a job that suits you.
yep, because you gonna like, and I think that's what my generation forgets. Like, because we quick to walk away. We real quick to like,
Man,
I can get something better.
Because they told y'all some nigga right around the corner for y'all.
that mythical man. But he got the long wood. He got hella long money.
This nigga got long wood. He work out. He don't go out. He hey, everybody know him. He got some money. He live in Buckhead, but he got a house somewhere else. He ain't got no kid, but he take care of his kids. He got vacation homes. He a street nigga, but he corporate. He got muscles, but he got time to go out of town with me.
He got nothing but free time on his hand, but got hella money.
But they be creating super niggas every day, bro.
Every day.
Then the thing is, they create super niggas because they create their own bodies. You didn't catch that.
I got it. Did y'all catch that?
Anyway, man. Hey, man, I'm the Flash. It's been fun.
Hey, man, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Comedian Lonnie.
We out.
Peace.